The Diamond Sutra, a journey through the heart of Buddhist wisdom. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, shimmering ocean, its waves whispering ancient truths that have guided countless souls toward liberation. This is the essence of the Diamond Sutra, a sacred text that cuts through illusion like a diamond blade, revealing the radiant clarity of existence. What if a single teaching could transform your understanding of reality, dissolve your deepest attachments, and awaken a profound sense of freedom? Today, we embark on a journey to explore the Diamond Sutra, a cornerstone of Mahayana Buddhism, and uncover its timeless wisdom. Stay with me until the end, for this exploration may spark a desire to see the world anew, and I invite you to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread its transformative message. If you find value in this journey, consider supporting through super thanks to help keep this channel alive. The Diamond Sutra, known in Sanskrit as Vajrayana Prajnaparamita Sutra, is a jewel of Mahayana Buddhist literature, revered for its ability to slice through delusion and illuminate the path to enlightenment. Its name, Diamond, evokes its unyielding strength and clarity, cutting through the layers of ignorance that obscure our true nature. This sutra is not merely a text, but a living dialogue, a conversation between the Buddha and his disciple Subhuti, recorded in a way that feels as intimate as a whisper, yet as vast as the cosmos. Its origins trace back to ancient India, likely composed between the 2nd and 4th centuries CE, though its teachings feel eternal, as if they transcend time itself. Unlike other Buddhist texts that delve into intricate rituals or cosmological details, the Diamond Sutra focuses on the essence of wisdom prajnaparamita, the perfection of transcendent insight, and its power to liberate us from suffering. The historical context of the sutra is as fascinating as its content. Emerging during the rise of Mahayana Buddhism, it reflects a shift in Buddhist thought, emphasizing compassion and the aspiration to liberate all beings, not just oneself. It was a time when Buddhist communities were grappling with questions of how to live the Dharma in a world of constant change. The sutra, believed to have been first written in Sanskrit, spread across Asia, from India to China, Tibet, and beyond, shaping the spiritual landscape of countless cultures. Its influence is evident in the Zen traditions of Japan, the Pure Land schools, and even in the meditative practices of Tibetan Buddhism. Ancient translations, such as those by the Chinese monk Kumaraiva in the 5th century, brought its teachings to the East, where it became a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. The oldest known printed book in the world, a copy of the Diamond Sutra, dated 868 CE, discovered in China's Dunhuang caves, testifies to its enduring significance. This physical artifact, now housed in the British Library, is a reminder that these teachings have been cherished for over a millennium, passed down through generations like a flame that never dims. At its core, the Diamond Sutra is a meditation on emptiness shunyata, the profound realization that all phenomena, from the self to the external world, lack inherent existence. This is not a nihilistic void, but a vibrant, interconnected reality where nothing exists independently, and everything arises in dependence on causes and conditions. The sutra challenges us to let go of fixed notions about ourselves, others, and even enlightenment itself. In its opening scene, the Buddha, seated in a grove near Shravasti, responds to Subhuti's questions about how a bodhisattva, one dedicated to the liberation of all beings, should practice. The Buddha's answers are paradoxical, urging us to act with boundless compassion, while recognizing that there is no self to act, no beings to save, and no goal to attain. This radical perspective upends conventional thinking, inviting us to see reality as fluid, ungraspable, yet luminous. What makes the Diamond Sutra so compelling is its accessibility. It does not demand years of monastic training or esoteric knowledge. Its teachings resonate with anyone who has ever questioned the nature of existence or felt the weight of attachment. For example, the sutra emphasizes giving without attachment, encouraging us to offer generosity, whether material, emotional, or spiritual, without clinging to the idea of a giver, a receiver, or the act itself. This principle can transform how we interact with the world. Imagine offering kindness to a stranger, not for recognition, but simply because it is the natural expression of your awakened heart. This is the Sutra's invitation, to live with wisdom and compassion, free from the illusions that bind us. As we delve deeper, the Sutra's emphasis on non-attachment extends to spiritual practice itself. It famously declares that even the concept of a Buddha or enlightenment must be relinquished. All conditioned phenomena, it states, are like a dream, an illusion, a bubble, a shadow. This poetic imagery reminds us that clinging to any idea, even the noblest, perpetuates suffering. Yet, the Sutra does not leave us in despair. It offers a path of action living with generosity, ethical conduct, and meditative awareness, while holding these practices lightly, without grasping. This balance is the heart of the Mahayana path, where wisdom and compassion dance together, guiding us toward liberation. The Diamond Sutra's influence extends beyond philosophy into daily life. In ancient China, reciting its verses was believed to generate immense merit, purifying karma, and fostering spiritual awakening. Monks and lay people alike would chant its words, not just for personal liberation, but for the benefit of all beings. Today, its teachings remain relevant, offering a framework for navigating a world filled with uncertainty. In a society obsessed with permanence, whether through wealth, status, or identity, the Sutra reminds us that true freedom lies in letting go. It encourages us to act with purpose, yet without being tethered to outcomes, a lesson that resonates in our fast-paced, results-driven culture. For those inspired by this journey, I invite you to reflect on how these teachings might apply to your life. Could you offer a small act of kindness today without expecting anything in return? Could you pause to question the stories you tell yourself about who you are? The Diamond Sutra is not just a text to read, but a practice to embody. I encourage you to like this video if it resonates with you, subscribe to join our community of explorers, and share it with others who might find inspiration in these ancient words. Your support through super thanks also helps sustain this channel, allowing us to dive deeper into the wisdom of the Dharma. As we conclude this first exploration, consider the Diamond Sutra as a mirror, reflecting the clarity already within you. Its teachings, though ancient, speak to the modern heart, urging us to live with courage, compassion, and wisdom. In the next part, we will delve into the Sutra's key passages, unpacking their paradoxes and practical applications. Until then, may you carry this diamond-like clarity into your day, seeing through illusion and embracing the boundless potential of your awakened mind. The Diamond Sutra, Unveiling the Wisdom of Emptiness. Picture a moment of perfect stillness, where the mind rests like a clear lake, reflecting the vast sky above. In this clarity, the Diamond Sutra invites us to see beyond the surface of our thoughts, our fears, and our desires, to a truth that is both profound and liberating. What if the very things we cling to, our identities, our ambitions, even our spiritual goals, are as fleeting as a morning mist? The Diamond Sutra, a beacon of Mahayana Buddhist wisdom, challenges us to release these illusions and awaken to the boundless nature of reality. Stay with me as we dive deeper into its teachings, for this journey may reshape how you see yourself and the world. If this exploration sparks something within you, please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread its timeless message. Your support through super thanks helps keep this channel thriving, allowing us to uncover more of the Dharma's treasures. Having introduced the Diamond Sutra's origins and significance, let us now explore its heart, the teachings that make it a guide for liberation. At its core, The sutra is a dialogue between the Buddha and his disciple Subhuti, set in a serene grove near Shravasti. Subhuti asks how a bodhisattva, one committed to the enlightenment of all beings, should practice. The Buddha's response is both simple and revolutionary. Act with boundless compassion, but let go of all attachments, even to the idea of being a bodhisattva. This paradox lies at the sutra's core, encapsulated in its teaching of shunyata, or emptiness. Emptiness does not mean nothingness. Rather, it reveals that all phenomena, our bodies, thoughts, and the world around us, lack an inherent, independent essence. Everything exists interdependently, arising and dissolving through causes and conditions, like ripples on a pond. One of the sutra's most striking passages illustrates this through the concept of giving. The Buddha teaches that true generosity is practiced without attachment to the giver, the receiver, or the act of giving itself. Imagine offering a meal to someone in need, not for praise or reward, but as a natural expression of compassion. This act, free from ego, aligns with the sutra's wisdom. It encourages us to give freely, whether it's our time, resources, or kindness, without clinging to outcomes. In a world where actions are often measured by their results, this teaching is a radical invitation to act purely for the sake of others, trusting that such deeds ripple outward, benefiting all. The sutra's emphasis on non-attachment extends even to spiritual aspirations. In a famous verse, the Buddha declares that those who seek enlightenment must not cling to the idea of enlightenment. There is no fixed dharma called supreme enlightenment, he says, urging us to let go of even the most sacred concepts. This is not a call to abandon spiritual practice, but to approach it with a light heart, free from grasping. For example, when meditating, we might strive for a state of perfect calm, but the sutra reminds us to release this striving, to simply be present with whatever arises. This teaching resonates deeply in our modern lives, where we often chase goals, career success, personal growth, or even spiritual awakening, only to find Hawkins. The cycle of clinging keeps us trapped, and the Diamond Sutra offers a way to break free. Another key theme is the impermanence of all things, illustrated through poetic metaphors. The sutra compares phenomena to a dream, an illusion, a bubble, a shadow. These images invite us to reflect on the transient nature of our experiences. Consider a moment of anger or joy, how quickly it passes, like a shadow crossing a wall. By recognizing this impermanence, we can loosen our grip on fleeting emotions and desires, finding peace in the flow of life. This insight is practical, not abstract. When faced with conflict or loss, the sutra encourages us to pause, breathe, and see the situation as part of a larger, ever-changing tapestry, reducing our suffering and opening our hearts to compassion. The Diamond Sutra also emphasizes the bodhisattva ideal living for the benefit of all beings. This is not reserved for monks or mystics, but is a call for everyone. A kind word to a colleague, a moment of patience with a child, or a donation to a cause. These are bodhisattva acts when done without attachment. The sutra teaches that such actions generate merit, not for personal gain, but to cultivate a mind of boundless generosity. In ancient times, reciting the sutra was a practice to purify karma and deepen wisdom. Today, we can embody its teachings by acting with mindfulness and care in our daily interactions. As you listen to these ideas, consider how the writers might apply to your life. Could you practice giving without attachment today? Perhaps by helping someone without expecting thanks. Could you let go of a grudge, seeing it as an illusion? These small actions align with the sutra's wisdom and plant seeds of liberation. I invite you to like this video if it inspires you, subscribe for more explorations of the Dharma, and share it with others seeking wisdom. Your support through Super Thanks helps sustain this journey into Buddhist teachings, the Sutra's influence. stretches across centuries, shaping practices like Zen meditation, where its paradoxes are contemplated in silence. Its emphasis on emptiness challenges us to question our assumptions, fostering a mindset of openness and curiosity. In our next exploration, we'll unpack specific verses, diving into their practical applications for modern life. For now, reflect on how the Diamond Sutra's teachings might guide you toward a freer, more compassionate way of being. The Diamond Sutra, living the wisdom of emptiness. Envision a world where every action flows from a heart, unburdened by clinging, where each moment shines with clarity and compassion. This is the promise of the Diamond Sutra, a text that invites you to cut through the illusions of self and world, revealing a reality as radiant as a diamond. What if you could live free from the weight of expectations, acting with kindness while letting go of outcomes? As we continue this journey, we'll explore the sutra's key verses and their practical applications, offering a path to transform your daily life. Stay with me to the end, for these teachings may awaken a spark of liberation within you. If this resonates, please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread its wisdom. Your support through super thanks helps keep this exploration of the Dharma alive. In our previous discussions, we uncovered the Diamond Sutra's origins and its core teaching of Shunyata emptiness, revealing that all phenomena lack inherent existence, existing only through interdependence. Now, let's delve into specific passages that bring this wisdom to life, showing how they can guide us in a world often clouded by attachment and distraction. One of the sutra's most profound teachings comes in its repeated call to relinquish fixed notions. The Buddha tells Subhuti, wherever there is attachment to a self, a being, or a life, there is no true bodhisattva. This challenges us to question the stories we tell about ourselves, our roles, our successes, our failures. Consider a moment when you felt defined by a label, a parent, a professional, a failure, or a success. The sutra asks us to see these as fleeting, like clouds passing through a vast sky, and to act from a place of freedom instead. A practical way to embody this is through mindfulness in daily interactions. For instance, when speaking with a friend or colleague, notice if you're clinging to an idea of who they are or who you should be in their eyes. The Diamond Sutra encourages us to let go of these mental constructs, meeting each moment with fresh awareness. This practice fosters genuine connection, free from preconceptions. Try this today. In your next conversation, listen fully, without planning your response or judging the other person. This simple act aligns with the sutra's teaching of seeing others without attachment to fixed identities. Another pivotal teaching is the sutra's guidance on merit and generosity. The Buddha explains that giving, when done without attachment, generates boundless merit spiritual energy that benefits all beings. Yet, he adds a twist. Even this merit is not to be grasped. This is a radical perspective in a world that often measures worth by tangible rewards. Imagine volunteering your time or sharing resources, not for recognition, but as an expression of your interconnectedness with others. The sutra suggests that such acts, performed with a pure heart, ripple outward, creating harmony. For example, a small gesture like offering a smile to a stranger or donating to a cause can embody this teaching. If you're inspired, consider supporting this channel through Super Thanks, a small act of generosity that helps us continue sharing the Dharma. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to inspire others on this path. The sutra's poetic imagery further deepens its impact. It describes all phenomena as like a star at dawn, a bubble in a stream, a flash of lightning in a summer cloud. These metaphors remind us of life's impermanence, urging us to hold experiences lightly. When faced with stress or loss, this teaching offers solace. Picture a moment of frustration, perhaps a missed opportunity or a disagreement. Instead of clinging to the emotion, see it as a bubble in a stream, fleeting and insubstantial. This perspective reduces suffering and opens space for compassion. In practice, you might pause during a challenging moment, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, this, too, is like a dream. Such mindfulness aligns with the Sutra's call to live with wisdom. The Diamond Sutra also redefines spiritual practice itself. It famously states, "Those who see all forms as formless, and see the Tathagata, the Buddha, without seeing, truly see." This paradox invites us to look beyond appearances, even in our quest for enlightenment. In meditation, for instance, we might chase a state of bliss or clarity, but the Sutra urges us to release even these goals. Instead, we sit with openness, observing thoughts and sensations without grasping. This approach can transform meditation from a task to a natural expression of being. If you meditate, try this. For a few minutes, simply notice your breath without aiming for a specific outcome. This practice mirrors the Sutra's wisdom, fostering a mind that is clear and unattached. For those living in a busy world, the Sutra's teachings are not confined to quiet retreats. They apply in the chaos of daily life, while working, parenting, or navigating challenges. The Bodhisattva path, as outlined in the Sutra, is about acting for others' benefit without ego. A parent soothing a crying child, a worker supporting a struggling colleague, or a friend listening without judgment. These are Bodhisattva acts. The Sutra reminds us that every moment offers a chance to practice compassion, no matter how ordinary. Reflect on this. What small act of kindness can you offer today, free from expectation? This is the Sutra's invitation to live the Dharma in action. As we close this part of our journey, the Diamond Sutra stands as a guide to living with clarity and compassion. Its teachings, though ancient, speak to our modern struggles, offering a path to freedom amid life's impermanence. I encourage you to like this video if it resonates, subscribe for more insights, and share it with others seeking wisdom. Your super thanks donations help sustain this exploration, allowing us to dive deeper into the Dharma. In our final part, we'll explore how the Sutra's wisdom can inspire lasting change, with practices to integrate its teachings into your life. Until then, may you carry this diamond-like clarity, seeing through illusion and embracing the boundless heart of compassion. The Diamond Sutra, embodying wisdom in everyday life. As we stand at the threshold of the Diamond Sutra's timeless teachings, imagine a life where every step is infused with clarity, where compassion flows freely, unhindered by the illusions that bind us. This sacred text, with its diamond-like precision, cuts through our attachments, revealing a path to liberation that is as practical as it is profound. What if you could carry this wisdom into your daily routine, transforming ordinary moments into opportunities for awakening? In this final exploration, we'll weave the Sutra's insights into actionable steps for modern life, inviting you to live its truth. Stay with me to the end, for these practices may light a spark of freedom in your heart. If this journey inspires you, please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread its radiant message. Your support through Super Thanks helps keep this channel alive, allowing us to continue unveiling the Dharma's treasures. The Diamond Sutra's teachings, centered on emptiness and non-attachment, are not meant to remain abstract. They are a call to action, urging us to embody wisdom in our thoughts, words, and deeds. One practical way to integrate its teachings is through mindful generosity. The Sutra emphasizes giving without clinging to the idea of a giver, receiver, or gift. Today, try a small act of kindness, perhaps helping a neighbor or sharing a kind word without expecting anything in return. Notice how this feels. Does it lighten your heart? This practice aligns with the Sutra's vision of selfless compassion, fostering a sense of connection with all beings. As you experiment with this, consider supporting this channel with a Super Thanks donation, a simple act that helps us share these teachings further. Another way to live the Sutra's wisdom is by embracing impermanence in moments of challenge. When stress or conflict arises, recall the Sutra's metaphor: all phenomena are like a dream, an illusion, a bubble. Pause, take a breath, and view the situation as fleeting. This shift in perspective can diffuse tension, allowing you to respond with calm and clarity. For example, if you're frustrated in traffic, remind yourself that this moment, like all things, will pass. This practice not only reduces suffering, but also opens space for compassionate action, aligning with the Bodhisattva ideal of benefiting others. Finally, the Sutra invites us to question our sense of self. In meditation or quiet reflection, ask, "Who am I, beyond my roles and stories?" This inquiry, rooted in the Sutra's teaching of no self, can loosen the grip of ego, fostering freedom. Even a few minutes daily can deepen this awareness, transforming how you navigate life. As you explore these practices, share your insights with others, perhaps by sharing this video. Your likes, subscriptions, and shares help build a community dedicated to wisdom and compassion. The Diamond Sutra is a living guide, its teachings as relevant now as they were centuries ago. May you carry its clarity into your days, acting with kindness and seeing through illusion. Thank you for joining this journey. Please like, subscribe, and share to inspire others. And consider a super thanks to support our work. May the Sutra's wisdom illuminate your path.